This video is brought to you by All Ball Pro, the ultimate sports rebounder. Be sure to head over to allballpro.com and don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off of your order. Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a comparison between the Adidas F50 adizero miCoach 2 in both leather and synthetic. I know the question that everyone's going to ask, which model is better, leather or synthetic? And the honest answer to that is you can't compare both of these two shoes. The synthetic model is going to provide that nice close barefoot feel with the single layer sprint skin synthetic upper, and the leather model is going to provide something more along the lines of a traditional feeling soccer shoe with that natural leather upper. So if you prefer that barefoot feel, the synthetic model is for you. If you like something a little more traditional, the leather model is what you want to take a look at. So to say that one model is better than the other kind of doesn't make sense, simply because they're not trying to achieve the same feel. They give you two upper variations so you can kind of pick your preferred model and have the feel that you like the best. So that's why they make the synthetic and the leather. It's not to say that one is better than the other. It just depends on your own personal preferences, and that's how you should go about choosing a pair for yourself. So don't start any wars in the comments over which one is better than the other, because like I said, it really depends on what you like rather than what everyone else says is the best. As far as the adizero miCoach 2 is concerned, I honestly do believe that these are the best variations of the adizero that we've seen so far. In both the synthetic and the leather models. The synthetic model is much improved over all of the previous models, and the leather model I think is much improved as well, simply because you have so much more leather on the upper this time around. As far as the fit of both of these two shoes is concerned, they're both very different from each other, which you'll see a little later in the on-feet portion of this video. The synthetic model is definitely the tighter, more narrow-fitting shoe, as opposed to the leather model that is a lot wider in pretty much all aspects of the boot, whether it be the midfoot, the forefoot, the toe box area, even the heel. If you guys look at the heel, I don't even know why Adidas did it like this. But you can see the heel on the leather model, and you look at the heel on the synthetic model. Even the opening is significantly smaller on the synthetic version. So overall, the narrower fit is definitely going to be the synthetic model, and it's going to be a much tighter fit as well. Whereas the leather model is going to have some expansion room with the stretch of the leather, and it's a little bit softer upper as well. So just keep that in mind. In terms of comfort, the leather model is definitely a little bit more comfortable, but it really comes down to your personal preferences in terms of feel. Leather is always going to be more comfortable than a really thin synthetic. So just keep that in mind. As far as the upper choices on these two shoes, obviously this uses, like I said, a single layer sprint skin synthetic, and it's very, very thin. There's not much between your foot and the ball, so it provides that nice close to the foot feel, which is something that a lot of people look for. It has this nice texturing over top here that doesn't really provide anything in terms of grip, but it just adds that little extra element of like kind of texture to the ball, or your touch on the ball. And honestly, I really like this particular synthetic from Adidas. They did a good job this time around. It feels a little bit different than all the previous synthetic models of the adizero, and for that reason I really do like this. It definitely is a good competitor to the Mercurial series if you are looking for a lightweight synthetic shoe. So just keep that in mind. It's also going to be the lightest version of the adizero in synthetic, which you'll see a little bit later in the weigh-in comparison portion of this video. As far as the leather model is concerned, it uses a calfskin Goleo leather on here. Goleo leather being the name that Adidas gives it, and you can see you have that leather that wraps all the way around the forefoot area and the midfoot, all the way back around, then cuts off at the same point on the instep of the shoe. You have the leather tongue as well, and honestly very soft leather, especially after you get some time to break it in. And just keep in mind it will have some stretch to it, so if they fit a little bit tight from right out of the box, don't worry, they're going to stretch. As long as you're not too tight in the midfoot area where it's not going to stretch all that much, because you do have these synthetic portions at the bottom, you're not going to have any issues with these shoes fitting you in the long run after some break-in time. Just keep in mind that in terms of wear, these both have pretty much the exact same amount of wear time on them, and you can see that the leather model definitely does show its wear a little bit more than the synthetic model, so just keep that in mind as well. If you're looking for durability, I would definitely say that the synthetic model is going to be the longest lasting shoe, if you want to say that. But that's pretty much it as far as comparing the uppers and the overall feel of these two shoes. Like I said, the leather model is going to provide that more traditional feel, whereas the synthetic model is going to provide that more close to the foot, barefoot feel on the ball. And it really just comes down to kind of choosing the one that you prefer in terms of your preferences when it comes to touch on the ball. But that's pretty much as far as comparing the uppers of the two shoes are concerned, and we'll move on to a quick weigh-in. As far as weight is concerned, the synthetic model is always going to be a little bit lighter. They both use the exact same sprint frame sole plate to kind of create the ultra lightweight feel that the adizero does offer, but in terms of just the weight of the upper, the synthetic model, like I said, is always going to be lighter. So I have two pairs here, both in a size 9 US, both used pairs, and I'm going to weigh them in here so you can see exactly what the weight difference is. This is a synthetic model, size 9 US, with the lightweight insole on the inside. We'll throw that on the scale so we can see what it weighs. And it weighs in at a very lightweight 5.8 ounces. This is one of the lightest shoes currently on the market. They feel extremely light on feet, and because of the new great fit that they have, they really do have that one-to-one feel when you are moving with these on your feet. Really, really responsive, and overall I really like the feel of them for a thin synthetic soccer shoe. And then here is a leather model, again another used pair, size 9 US, and this has the comfort insole on the inside, which is the only insole included with the leather model. We'll throw that on the scale so we can see what it weighs. And it weighs in at 7.1 ounces. So there is over an ounce difference in terms of weight between both of these models. But honestly, in terms of the feel on feet, they are completely different as well. So like I said, this one has that really tight one-to-one feel when you are moving in the shoe, where this one has the feel more of a traditional leather shoe that is pretty light. So just keep that in mind. Both of these shoes are going to feel really light on feet, but if you're looking for the most responsive feeling shoe, it's definitely going to come from the synthetic version over the leather one. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in is concerned, and we'll move on to the on-feet fit portion of this video. Alright, now that I have the synthetic and leather models on feet, you can definitely see that the synthetic model has a more streamlined, close to the foot fit in comparison to the leather model that has a little bit more bulk to it. The leather seems to expand a little bit more, and you just have a little bit more wiggle room inside of the shoe. So if you want the most responsive feel possible, the synthetic model is definitely what you want to take a look at, whereas the leather model is definitely going to feel more along the lines of a traditional leather shoe, which is not a bad thing. As far as the fit and the width is concerned, the synthetic version is definitely going to be the narrower of the two, simply because it won't have very much stretch to it, and it's definitely cut a lot tighter in the forefoot, and especially the midfoot area of the shoe. Even in the heel, for whatever reason, the synthetic model is a lot narrower than the leather model, which again, I'm not sure why that is, but like I said, if you want the tighter fit overall, the synthetic model is going to beat the leather model out. But in terms of width, the leather has some good stretch to it in the forefoot area of the shoe. So if you do have a little bit of a wider foot, the leather model is definitely going to be the better version for you. As far as sizing is concerned, they both fit true to size. I'm wearing a size 9 US in both pairs here. And while the synthetic model does fit a little bit tighter, again, it's just down to that synthetic versus leather kind of preference, and it really comes down to what you like. But as far as sizing is concerned, if you're looking to order a pair for yourself, they definitely do fit true to size. Both of these fit me perfect in terms of length. So that's pretty much it as far as comparing them on feet, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, well that's it for my comparison of the leather and synthetic models of the Adidas F50 adizero miCoach 2. Like I said, if you want that barefoot feel, go for the synthetic. If you want the classic traditional leather feel, go for the leather model. It's as simple as that. One is not better than the other, and you need to make that decision based on your own personal preferences rather than what somebody else says is the best. So just keep that in mind. As far as the full review for both of these shoes are concerned, I already do have the review for the synthetic model up on my website, soccerreviewsforyou.com. There will be a link in the description so you get all the information you need on this shoe in that review. And the review for the leather model will be going up sometime later this week, so keep checking back to that if you are interested in that particular review. You're also going to find the high quality pictures as well as the buy now links with the best prices online, including some exclusive coupon codes for SR4U fans to get you guys some discounts on these shoes if you are interested in ordering a pair. So again, links to both of these review pages will be in the description. If you do have any questions regarding both of these shoes, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will get an answer out to you. And if you could leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, guys, feel free to hit that subscribe button for daily soccer equipment videos on all the latest soccer shoes and equipment. If you're not following me on Instagram either, I just opened that up about a week ago, and it kind of gives you a sneak peek as to what product is coming in for review, what you can expect to see on the channel, and even some of the testing videos, that I do. I take some pictures of the shoes so you can get an idea of the progress as to how quickly they're breaking in, and I kind of give you my thoughts at the moment on the shoes. So if you're not following me on Instagram, the account name is VujoJosh, just like this YouTube channel. And if you haven't gone and checked out my second YouTube channel, VujoJosh2, I'll leave an annotation on screen to that as well. Basically, it's like casual wear and kind of all kinds of casual gear. So if you are interested in like Jordans or Nikes, any kind of shoes or even accessories like G-Shock watches, go ahead and check out that VujoJosh2 channel. Again, I'll leave an annotation on screen. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.